The three photographers featured in Photographers of Old Sand Island are Fred Hansen, Bert Hill, and Emmanuel Luick. Emmanuel Luick was one of the first to record Sand Island history in photographs. He was a lighthouse keeper on the island from the late 1800s into the early 1900s. Mr. Luick was a professional photographer with a studio in Iron River where he worked during the winter months when the lake was impassable. I am attributing this photo and the next one to Luick because no one else on the island had the skills to photograph like this in the early 1900s. This one is of East Bay looking toward the north. The photo would have been taken standing about where the Jacob Johnson dock stood in the middle of the bay. We see the Jacob Johnson home set back from the bank, next is Moe's, and then the Pete Hansen dock, Doll Family Collection, PHA. I also believe Luick took this photo on the same day as the one shown before. It was taken from Swallow Point looking south. We see from left the Pete Hansen dock, the Herman Johnson Sr. property, and the closest is the Fred Hansen farm. Doll Family Collection, PHA. Here is a photo you don't see very often. This is Luick holding a hawk he shot. The hawk had been raiding his chickens, so he tracked it down and eliminated the danger to his chickens. I believe he mentions this in his lighthouse log. Doll Family Collection, PHA. Bessie Nelson Palm, with her dog, one cold winter day at the lighthouse on Sand Island in the early 1900s. Bessie was young, single, and photogenic, so she showed up in several of Luick's photos. Luick took many family photos using the lighthouse as a backdrop. Norwegian families on the island were especially fond of sending these portraits back to old Norway. We saw several old portraits of island families and homes in Norway when Dad, Fred, Carl, and I visited Norway in 1978. This Luick portrait is of the Harold Doll family sometime after 1915, as Constance is not in the photo. We have Bessie, Mabel, Melvin, Harold, and Carl. This well-known photo of Fred Hansen as a young man was more than likely taken by Mr. Luick. Fred looks to be in his late teens. He and Nettie got married in 1905, so I am assuming this was taken before that time. Doll Family Collection, PHA. Luick would have staged this portrait of 5 women and himself. I don't know any of them, but they may have been on one of the boats that stopped by the lighthouse going to and from Duluth. Doll Family Collection, PHA.